Old Navy presents the Old Dominion 500, brought to you by Old Navy's Painter's Pants, the handyman's classic. By Budweiser, delivering beer at its best with the crisp, clean, and refreshing taste known only to the king of beers. By Napa Auto Parts, Napa, we keep America running. And by UPS, official delivery company of NASCAR. We want to race the truck. People love the truck.
NASCAR on NBC live in Martinsville, Virginia, south central section of the state. When we get done with the NASCAR racing, we'll go to the Gravity Games presented by Dodge. That's next on NBC.
Here we go. Tony Stewart on the inside of Robbie Gordon. This is a battle for the second position. It's about a second and 3/4 behind the leader, Ward Burton, but put Tony Stewart in second.
That's impressive, coming from where Tony started at Martinsville.
31st place is where Stewart took the green flag today. You see the scoring serial there on Tony. Let's check in on all the championship contenders here today, starting with Tony Stewart's pit. That's Marty, isn't it? Yeah, go ahead, Marty.
That would be me, Alan, and Tony Stewart's stampede through the field continues. Remember, he started 31st today. Again, just took second place from Robbie Gordon. There's no doubt this is the second half of the season type racing. They have poured it on here late in the season. In fact, in the last 6 races, Tony has gone from 162 points behind to 97 points ahead in the race for the championship. That's an incredible swing of 259 points in just 6 weeks, Bill.
Rusty Wallace on the track, currently running in the 6th position. Had that one bad pit stop, but his last, most recent pit stop was their best. Dennis Terry is their front tire changer. He's the one that had the lug nut hang on the left front tire. But he composed himself, came back, and did his job. And afterwards, high fives and a fist pump for Terry and the rest of Rusty's bunch. Meanwhile, for the 48 car of Jimmy Johnson, it has not been the kind of day they were looking for. He slipped back to 9th. Last pit stop, they just took the 2 tires because the lap count wasn't that high on their tires, and they made a track bar adjustment, but it just hasn't worked out that well for him. Johnson currently running 9th. Dave?
Ryan Newman is 4th in the championship, 165 points out. His 20 top 10 finishes this year leads the series. Yesterday, he was the quickest car in morning practice, and I checked with his crew chief, Matt Borland, to see how pleased he was. And he said he's not very happy at all, but they worked on it, and it's that very calm, cool approach that Ryan has that gets things done. You heard that radio transmission earlier today that says we think we have changed what we needed to, we're doing what we have to, and Ryan still has a shot at this championship. Matt?
Dave, the man who is 3rd in points, Mark Martin, is 14th on the racetrack. He knows that Tony Stewart stands between him and his elusive Winston Cup championship. He sits 122 points back. He knows he needs to make a big push. The last 6 races at Martinsville, only 1 top 5 finish. A victory back in 2000. Right now, he's battling a race car that needs more help up off the corner. He doesn't have enough forward bite. They're talking about an air pressure adjustment. Going down again on the air pressure in both rear tires. At his next stop, Alan.
Here are the championship standings as they run now. Approaching lap 180, Tony Stewart's gap on Jimmy Johnson was 97 starting the day. And speaking of 97,
there he goes. Kurt Busch does one of those 360s, just like Bobby Labonte, and just like Bobby, we have a caution flag.
You know, I was just thinking, go ahead, Ben.
Ward Burton, making a stop this time?
I was just thinking he was getting to the point with Tony Stewart closing on him where he really wanted a caution.
Yeah. Come and get 4 tires and just leave the car like it is, okay? And pull.
Frankie Stoddard, the crew chief there.
Said, going to get 4 tires and leave it just the way it is, and Ward said, okay with me.
I don't think these guys...
Open, Ward. Make sure the pits are open right here now.
They're open.
They're open. Here we come.
Things you have to worry about.
We haven't seen the 2 tires work today so far, Benny.
No, sure haven't.
And we've run enough laps that we should see everybody pit here, right? We shouldn't see anybody stay out. Matt?
The 31 of Robbie Gordon hits his pit stall. He hits it 3rd. No adjustments for Gordon, just a 4-tire change. Marty.
Championship leader Tony Stewart comes down pit road in 2nd. A little loose off the throttle. He has to baby the throttle. It'll be a half pound out of the right rear. That's all he needs, Bill.
Ward Burton comes to a stop in his pit stall. He's right behind an opening, so he doesn't have any trouble getting in. Have to take his time getting out and watch out for traffic. As you heard Frank Stoddard say, 4 tires, no changes. Dave.
The 8-car of Dale Jr. said, I'm spinning up off, but I'm pretty happy I'm not going backwards. So they said, let's take on 4 tires, make no changes, and get you right back out there and back to where you were. Remember, they got track position last time by staying out when everyone else pitted. Traffic jam on pit road.
Oh, that's close.
Well, I guess, and I think Tony Stewart, it would have been real close who would have got out first if Tony Stewart got hung up behind the 7 car. The 7 car was coming into his pit, and Tony Stewart had to jam on the brakes and just missed him.
All right, what put us under caution?
Kurt Busch spinning out. Who caused it?
24
Looks like Jeff Gordon. He's 2 for 2.
Boy. Well. A little frustrated since he's not in the best frame of mind about track conditions today to start with.
There you see, he drives down on the inside.
Did he hit the curb?
Hit the curb and shot the car off the racetrack just a little bit, yeah.
All right. Kurt Busch is driven away. Jeff Gordon is back in 16th place under the yellow.